Hello there. Welcome to my views on news. Tigray Muslim organization has given 3-day ultimatum to the government. I have been updating you about the hijab dispute in Aksum, which is now taking a serious turn, it seems. Secondly, Tigray fighters, veterans, war veterans, disabled, partially paralyzed soldiers protested in Mekelle on Thursday for 2 hours. Main road near the airport remained blocked. Let's start with firstly a clarification. Since I started covering this hijab issue, I've been seeing some very uh, irresponsible comments from people. Yesterday, I saw a comment from a viewer who said, Sajid, we have so many problems in Tigray. Why are you fueling more conflicts in Tigray? If I raise the issue of female students whose educational career is in danger, it means I am fueling a conflict in Tigray. I don't know when people will come out of the blind support for parties, for governments, for individuals. Why can't they think like humans? I mean, feel for others' suffering. If something wrong is happening, it should be reported. It should not be covered up. Reporting a crime, reporting oppression does not amount to fueling a conflict. Rather, if you cover up crimes, you should defend crimes, then indirectly you support the perpetrators. This is what I believe. So I am not fueling a conflict. I am just telling you what is happening in Tigray. And as responsible citizens, I think people should raise voice for those people who are suffering, whether they are Muslims or Orthodox or Jews or Tigrayans or Amharas or Romos or Ethiopians. Ethnicity, religion has nothing. They have nothing to do with how you should see people suffering. This hijab issue is turning into a serious issue now. Tigray Islamic Affairs Supreme Council held a press briefing. It gave 3-day ultimatum to the government. Tigray regional government made it clear 2 days ago that there is no dress code announced by the government, regional government, to impose ban on hijab in Tigray. But one secondary school principal is adamant that hijab is not allowed, that Muslim hijab, in which women entirely cover their heads, they don't show their hair, it is not allowed at this school, a secondary school in Aksum. Despite instructions from Tigray education department, the violation of the instructions is being committed. Female Muslim students are not being allowed to wear hijab. Rather, police was used. Female students were arrested. Their parents were harassed. I showed you a video yesterday. That should have been condemned. But when I showed the video, a viewer again accused me of inciting a conflict in Tigray. Now, Islamic Affairs Supreme Council has given a 3-day ultimatum to the government, federal government as well, because Ethiopian federal government has not announced any restrictions on the use of hijab at schools in Ethiopia. One school alone, can it make its own rules and force Muslims to follow the rules? Obviously, it cannot force the Muslims to follow the rules. People say, Sajid, you don't cover the plight of Muslims in Aksum. Muslims are not allowed to build mosques. They're not allowed to uh, pray publicly in Aksum. I am covering what is happening, which is now a public knowledge. Everyone knows what is happening in Aksum now. International media is covering that. Tigrayan diaspora covering. And it's good to see, by the way, that several Tigrayans who are not Muslims, they are raising their voice for the female students. Tigray fought as a unit. I covered Tigray war. There was no Enderta versus uh, uh, Tambian back then. There was no Muslim versus Orthodox. There were no sexist bias back then. All fought like a unit. But what happened after that is alarming. That now TPLF split, fight for gold ongoing, and the Muslims complaining of marginalization in Tigray. Let's see what happens. Will the government do something? Ultimatum has been announced, and Islamic Affairs Supreme Council, it will take action after 3 days. Which action? We don't know. I think the issue should be solved through dialogue. At least female students' educational careers should not be put in danger. There should be a way out. Secondly, viewers, Tigray fighters protested again in Mekelle on Thursday. The protest was held yesterday, and a main road which leads to the airport remained blocked for more than 2 hours. Hundreds of disabled, injured, partially paralyzed Tigray fighters took part in this protest. They protested against the way DDR is being conducted. That in the DDR, these veterans who are not fully fit, they should be given priority, but they are being neglected, and those who have contacts, they are getting better treatment, and they are getting preference when it comes to choosing the fighters who were being demobilized. These fighters then blocked main roads, security forces talked to them, talks went on, and regional government officials and security officials assured them of change in the way DDR is being conducted. This is, I think, the third or fourth protest by war veterans in Tigray. They have been protesting against the amount of money which is being given to them. They're protesting against the government for not providing them with adequate health care. I think these Tigray fighters should be the priority number one of the Tigray government of TPL, because these people uh, fought on front lines, and now if they are disabled, partially paralyzed, it means that now they require special attention, special care of the government. And Tigrayan diaspora, I think, should also play a key role here. It should take the lead. It should establish some sort of fund for the war veterans. And the fund should be used by Tigrayan diaspora community members themselves, not by TPLF or Tigray interim government. Let's hope that some wealthy Tigrayan diaspora community members take the lead and raise money specifically for war veterans of Tigray. Thank you for watching.